On this week's show, we take a look at RVing and camping today. It's not what it used to be. Plus, Jeff Johnston gives us a look at the new four-wheel camper, Silver Spur. And Britta, our trailer chick's cooker, whips up a great hearty meatloaf dinner in her compact trailer kitchen. All this and more on this week's Rolling On TV. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. Most everyone loves getting away from it all and finding that quiet, secluded spot that Mother Nature created just for you. And the best way to do it is in an RV. With today's RVs, the term roughing it isn't part of the equation. Not by a long shot. If you think I'm kidding, all you have to do is go to a local RV and camping show or just stop by your nearest RV dealer and step inside a new RV and look around. Now, would you call this roughing it? Virtually every category of recreational vehicle has raised the bar when it comes to comfort, convenience, and amenities. You could say the new term in RVing is luxury. From large Class A motorhomes to small pop-up camping trailers, you'll be surprised how comfortable you'll be when you're out roughing it. Comfort and luxury have always been synonymous with large Class A motorhomes. Let's face it, most of them have enough room to fit all those extra amenities. If you had to name one item that has influenced the biggest change in RVs over the years, what would it be? If you said the Slideout, you're probably right. And now, it's not just Class A's, but you'll find them on even the smallest travel trailers and even on truck campers. Just think about it. Even that 7-foot wide travel trailer can expand out to 9, 10, or even 11 feet, depending on the size and number of Slideouts. And that extra few feet has changed everything. In today's world, RVers are demanding more and more conveniences like they have at home, like widescreen TVs, entertainment systems, and yes, even in some cases, fireplaces. And the Slideout has made it all possible. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at various RVs and see just how Slideouts and extensions have opened up a whole new world. When it comes to RV glass and windshield replacement, there's only one name to remember: Duncan Systems. With thousands of windshields and side glass in stock, we are America's #1 source for RV glass replacement. And now, we can even repair those fogged up windows at a fraction of the replacement cost. For more information, including our locations, visit our website at rvglass.com or log on to rollingontv.com. It all starts with pride and ends up being the gold standard in pop-up truck campers. Four-wheel campers. Need we say more? See for yourself by visiting fourwheelcampers.com. Welcome back. Like we said earlier, because RVers are demanding more and more of the same conveniences they have at home, it's easy to understand why Slideouts have become so popular. Slideouts are hot, and now you'll find them on all sizes of RVs, including small travel trailers, like this Winnebago Mini. Wow, check out those colors. Whoops, we'll save that for another story. The most common locations for slide-outs is in the main living and dining area, allowing extra room for those large, comfortable couches and recliners, along with those large screen TVs, entertainment systems, and fireplaces. Some RVs even have double slide-outs, one on each side, which allows for all those extra comforts of home. Another popular location for slide-outs is in the bedroom area. Yes, you can fit a queen or king-size bed in many RVs, but then there's little room for storage or even just moving around. Voila! Add that single or double slide-out and now you have a master bedroom with plenty of room for storage, a vanity, and dressing area. And let's not forget that large screen TV. Can you think of another practical place for a slide-out? How about the bathroom? We found just that in the Gulfstream Streamlight. And you know what? This makes a lot of sense. Now, there's extra storage room and a little more space to move around. This was a great idea. Now, slide-outs and extensions are not limited to full-size travel trailers. Why, even small camping trailers can transform into roomy units with the addition of extensions like this dormer-style extension, now available on all A-liners. Just one look inside with the dormers up and you can see the difference even a small canvas extension can make. Another example of getting more room from the same footprint is in the pop-up tent trailers. Check out this new Somerset Evolution. With both extensions open, you have a large, bright, and open space with room for many conveniences that were just not available in years past. Years ago, toy haulers were simply, well, toy haulers. Now, even toy haulers have gone upscale with all the luxuries and amenities you'll find at home. With the use of slide-outs, this unit rivals any upscale motorhome in luxury, comfort, and conveniences. Actually, this toy hauler has one feature most motorhomes and trailers don't have: a garage for all your toys. Hence, the name toy hauler. On this unit, besides the fold-down seats in the garage area, they made good use of the door ramp and converted it into a nice elevated patio. As you see, RVs have come a long ways over the years, and I think the old term of hitting the road and roughing it, well, I think that's gone the way of cassettes and boomboxes. I think the new term should be roughing it luxuriously. Talk about comforts in a small space. Coming up after the break, we'll join Jeff Johnston as he takes out 4-Wheel Camper's new Silver Spur for a fun weekend of camping. Is your pop-up camper canvas getting a little worse for wear? Don't fret, just call the friendly folks at Canvas Replacements, and their experienced staff will cut and sew you up a new one in no time. Canvas Replacements, your #1 source for all your pop-up camper canvas needs. For more information, visit the company website at canvasreplacements.com or call them at 800-232-2079. At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollinontv.com.
Four-Wheel Pop-Up Campers is now offering the new Silver Spur trim level. This Granby model pictured is designed for use on full-size pickups, but the Silver Spur option is available on all four-wheel campers. The camper's low-profile shape provides comfortable driving and improved fuel economy with its wind-cheating design. There's no top-heavy feeling with this rig. Eye-catching, baked-on silver enamel paint on the aluminum exterior sets the Silver Spur models apart from the rest of the company offerings. The usual battery, propane, appliance access, plumbing, and electrical hookups adorn the exterior sidewalls. Like all four-wheel models, the Silver Spur is hassle-free to set up in camp. Release the roof latches, climb inside, and the spring assist helps pop the roof up in no time. This model includes the usual cab-over bed plus a new feature, the much larger dinette. The dinette table shares space with the removable shower unit down below. Out back, a curbside cabinet with refrigerator, storage, and a cassette toilet unit occupies part of the camper. And the kitchen unit with storage, the furnace, and operating systems is street side. Contemporary techno-style cabinetry with carbon fiber image Formica countertops set the Silver Spur interior apart from the others. A flush single-bowl sink and dual-burner stove are standard features. Breaking down camp is just as easy as setting up. Drop the roof, fasten a few latches, and you're ready to go. Look for the new Silver Spur edition coming to a four-wheel camper showroom near you. For more information about four-wheel camper products, log on to our website at rollinontv.com.
Okay, it's time to get your taste buds ready because after the break, Britta, our queen of small space cooking, is preparing a delicious one-pan complete meatloaf dinner. We'll be right back. At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollinontv.com.
A few trailer chicks were just recently down in California and got to meet the wonderful author and chef at Jimtown store, and she gave them this beautiful autographed cookbook. And I have chosen a few incredible recipes in here today that I think you're gonna love. One of them is a maple glazed meatloaf, and then I've also chosen a really nice fall salad with pears and hazelnuts, and you can accompany it with cheese of your choice. So we're gonna make those today. I really like this cookbook because Carrie Brown, the owner, focuses on local. She focuses on her community. She has a beautiful garden. She has her own chickens. All of the meat is locally raised. And she's really kind of integrating the whole community there and the vineyards. And it's a really neat place to visit. And if you ever get the chance to go to Healdsburg, California, make sure you go to Jimtown and have a delicious meal and drop in and see Carrie. I think you'll have a great time. So this meatloaf is delicious and different. It doesn't have just the usual ingredients. It's got bacon and it's glazed with a maple mustard glaze, which is incredible. So I've started by sauteing chopped up bacon with onions and garlic, and this is really nice and sauteed. So you're gonna wanna do that first and then let it cool down a little bit. A mixture of ground beef, and it's 10% lean, free range, really nice ground beef, and also some ground pork. And the pork will give it a really good flavor and moisture and just make it a nice complex flavor. And to that I will add about a quarter cup of crushed crackers. You could use whatever crackers you have. If you don't have crackers, you could use breadcrumbs, just something to give it a little more body. And then we have some fresh chopped parsley. I have some fresh thyme from my herb pot outside. You could use dried thyme if you have that, but fresh is always delicious. A little bit of mustard. This is just the classic dry mustard. And then Worcestershire, a little sprinkling of that. For a little heat, your favorite hot sauce. I happen to like Tapatio, but Tabasco would be great too. Then You could use a mixture of sour cream and milk. You could use a little buttermilk. This is just to kind of moisten up the breadcrumbs and add another layer of flavor and also kind of bind it. So just a little bit of that. I believe that is everything. And then we want to add our onion, garlic, and pepper bacon mixture. This is pepper bacon from the local grocery store. Really delicious. Cured without nitrates. No preservatives. So then we're just going to mix that up. So now I have this mixed really well, but one last thing I need to add is an egg. I'm going to break that into another bowl just to make sure there's no shells or it's not a funky egg. This is a nice free range egg, which if you have the choice, I would go for a free range egg. You'll notice in the flavor and the texture, they're usually a lot fresher. They just taste richer. Maybe you have a friend who has chickens and they'll give you a few eggs, which is great. So now this is really well combined. Everything's in there. I've got the egg that'll bind it together, and I'm going to put it on the pan. Cooking in the loaf pan and the juices boiling around it, which can kind of toughen it up. This is a great way to bake it, and it bakes it more evenly, and you get a more tender meatloaf. Oh, and salt and pepper, don't forget that. About a teaspoon of, I'm using kosher salt, and half teaspoon of ground pepper. So then you can just turn that out onto a sheet pan with edges on it. Or if you don't have that, you could use a casserole with edges to keep the juices on. And then you're just gonna shape it kind of like a loaf of bread. And meatloaf is a great thing to make because you can eat it hot from the oven, but one of my favorite things is a meatloaf sandwich. So we've got that shaped, and then I'm just going to layer, this is the good part. This bacon will add a lot of flavor. It'll keep the juices in, put some delicious smoky bacon flavor in there, and it's a pepper bacon. And then on top of that, I've mixed together equal parts of maple syrup and a mustard. This happens to be a stout mustard, but you could use a Dijon or your favorite mustard. And then we're just going to glaze the meatloaf with that. So you'll get that sweet and spicy flavor combined with the smokiness and saltiness of the bacon, all those flavors in the meatloaf. It's going to be like an explosion in your mouth. So I'm going to place it in a preheated oven. And this will take about, depending on the size and how hot your oven is, I have it about 375. It should take about 25 to 30 minutes to cook this meatloaf. If I'm doing something in the oven, I want to also do whatever's going to go with it in the oven as well. So I'm going to do some roasted vegetables. Really neat thing that I found out about Carrie is her office is a beautifully restored vintage trailer, which I think is so cool, and it sits right in the middle of her garden. It's kind of her oasis. To roast vegetables, it's one of the simplest way to cook vegetables. You're going to use a really hot oven, and it will bring out their flavors and start to caramelize any sugars in them. I have some different kinds of yams, carrots, and just some Yukon Gold potatoes. And I've just combined these with some fresh herbs. We have rosemary, thyme, oregano, whatever you have, some olive oil. Cook your meatloaf for 10 or 15 minutes, put the vegetables on, and then they should all be done at the same time. So to go with this lovely meatloaf that's glazed with maple syrup and Dijon mustard and smoky bacon, I'm gonna do a salad made with pears. And pears just happen to be the state fruit of Oregon. And I was checking it out, and not every state has a fruit. So I feel lucky that we have the pear because it's one of my favorites. And it happens to be in season right now. So we're gonna start by making a really nice dressing that Carrie created using dried pears. And then in the salad, we're gonna have fresh pears. So it's gonna be really delicious. And I'm using some local vinegar, which is a wildflower honey. I'm gonna just tear up some of these dried pears. It's about an ounce that you want in there. And we're using this magic bullet, which is a great little small space tool that you can blend in. So we're just gonna put everything in there. We'll put some minced shallot, a little bit of mustard, and this kind of goes along with the meatloaf. Same stout mustard, and some of this honey vinegar, which the honey I thought would be a really good complement to the pears and the hazelnuts. A little bit of salt, some pepper, and olive oil. This is a California olive oil. That just all goes in there. Screw the top on. So you just want to pulse it until it's emulsified, which means you bring the oil and the vinegar together. So with this salad, we're doing pears and also hazelnuts. So I'm just gonna slice up the pear. So I have just mixed greens here and some butter lettuce. So when you're using nuts, you want to toast them gently just to bring out the flavor, and it just improves the nuttiness of them. And you can do it in the oven on a sheet pan. Just be careful to watch them, kind of a low temperature, 300, 350, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Or you can just do them in a skillet. I'm gonna add those and pour on the dressing, and then we'll toss it. You can use your hands or your salad tossers. And that looks ready to go. So now we can check on that meatloaf and see if it is ready to take out of the oven. So the meatloaf is ready. It cooked to 165 degrees, and the vegetables are all nice and roasted, and they've got these caramelized edges, and it's ready to serve. And then just a scoop or two of vegetables. You could also, I have some cheese here from Willamette Valley, which is a local cheese maker, and it's kind of a creamy brie-like cheese. The salad would be really nice with bread and cheese, but I think as is, this would be the perfect meal right here with a glass of wine. For these great recipes from Jimtown Store and more information about the beautiful store in California, please check out trailerchicks.com.
In today's RV world, there are a lot of different ways to get TV reception. These range from the standard batwing type antennas that come stock on most RVs, all the way up to signal-seeking satellite dishes. But what if you want high-definition reception for your older RV, and you can't afford to spend several $1,000s on a rooftop satellite dish or several $100s on a higher-end antenna? Our friends at Winegard have come out with a new solution to the high-definition TV reception question. It's called the Razor. It measures about 12 by 13 inches. It's very lightweight, weighs just a few ounces, about a few thousandths of an inch thick. It's got a little base connection here that's about a half an inch thick, and that's the biggest part of the unit. It comes equipped with about 15 feet of coax cable, so you can connect it to just about any TV and move the antenna around. And it includes clips that fit on the corners of the antenna, so it can be mounted via suction cups to a window. In addition, this costs about $45 retail, and that's pretty much within most people's budget. Let's take a look and see how it works. Detachable suction cup mounts make it easy to fasten the Razor to any window or other flat surface in your RV. We hung the Razor on a side window to start our reception test. Connect the Razor to the TV's coax cable input, and it's ready for use. With the Razor installed, start your TV's channel search feature. You may need to reposition the antenna in a different location for best reception, especially when you're in a remote location. The antenna is designed for over-the-air HVHF and UHF signal reception. We scrolled through a variety of channels and found the Razor did the job as advertised. You can also use the Razor outside for campsite TV viewing or tailgate parties, for example. For more information on the Razor high-definition antenna, visit the Winegard website or log on to our website at rollinontv.com.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show, and if you'd like more information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos, stories, and news, visit our website at rollinontv.com. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com.